John Pearson is ready, I think, and we're up and running back at Hillsborough, and Leeds have just hiked it forward out towards Wood on the far side, just trying to win that first header, and it's gone into the box, trying to bring it under control. There was the number 24, I think it was, Sacco. Leeds have certainly started the brighter of the two sides so far. We've had 7 minutes.
Well, they've had more possession, haven't they? You know, they've not caused any trouble, but they've had the ball a little bit longer than we have.
Here's Hutchinson. Abdi works it back now for Barry Bannon. Across the back line, Tom Lees. Lees spreading the play. It's good football from Wednesday. Daniel Padilla in towards Forestieri. He's been quiet so far. Tries to slip it on for Fletcher, who was fouled by Cooper in a central area. It'll be a free kick for Wednesday.
Yeah, this is in a great place. It's about 25 yards. He's got to hit the target. It's going to be a good free kick to beat Rob Green.
Here comes Wallace now, left-footed, strikes it, he hits the wall, gets a second go at it. It's a bouncing shot that just runs through towards Green, who watches that one and safely gathers up. He was very angry actually at the time after the incident. He's not one to complain normally, but I think he felt that he went beyond the cause there with that challenge. Ball just banged across towards the left-hand side. It's controlled by Bannon. Just hooked inside towards Abdi. Nice turn, and he finds Forestieri, who lets rip. Gets a strike away. He's appealing for a corner, saying it took a deflection off Taylor, who lunged in there, but the referee looks across to his linesman and decides it's just a goal kick. And sideways towards Bannon. He'll go forward now and moves it into Forestieri. Just slips it in towards Kieran Lee. Lee to Wallace. Wallace looks to try and knock it on again. He's found Lee. First time ball out wide for Jack Hunt, who steers the cross into the middle. Looking there for Abdi, who attacked the ball, but it comes off his forehead and isn't goalwards. That header going away towards the corner flag, but it wasn't going to be called into action with that kind of finishing. The ball goes long. The two forwards look to dart either side. It might run for Forestieri. He's poked it wide. It's not often he misses there. Got a lucky ricochet, came into his path on his right foot, and he's just steered it past Green, but he's also steered it past the post. Yeah,
well, Fletcher causing all sorts of problems just by challenging and making that, and the balls, you know, there's the header. I think it's come off Fletcher, then the left back. It's in Fernando's path. He's missed the target. It's unlike him.
Yeah, you saw the goal against Villa where he was bearing in on goal, kept his cool. We expected a similar outcome there. It's wide. He might have a chance now though from the header. Comes towards Forestieri. He's through with Green. Goes round him. Can he finish from a tight angle? No, the defender did really well. Saw the danger and nods it away. I think it was Cooper. Corner it is.
Well, amazing defending from Leeds. I mean, that's just one header. It's just split them wide open. You know, it's gone straight between the left back and the left centre half.
Just a quick email here from Richard Proctor. Good luck to the mighty Owls today. Let's get back on track. He says it's hot in Africa. He wishes he was here at Hillsborough. Crossed in there from the left-hand side, and there's a header that's just glanced wide. Trying to guide it into the corner there was Wood. And Westwood watches it and sees it go wide of his target. And he's guarding. Here's Bridcup just getting the ball back off Barkley, former Swansea colleague. Goes forward, Jack Hunt makes an interception, but he passes it straight back to Leeds. In towards Vieira, just tries to screw it through, and this could be a chance for 1-0. Has it gone in? No, it's gone wide. Running onto that ball, I think it was Sacco.
Took it
got
really
there
well
ahead of the goalkeeper, and he ends up just watching that ball going past the post. He was trying to scramble it in on the line as it was going towards the post, but it just wouldn't drop over the line. It was coming in his direction. Wednesday have got the ball here on the halfway line instead, and it's with Lee. Towards Lees. Now Sam Hutchinson advancing towards the halfway line, plays it in towards Abdi. Abdi's tackled and he's lost the ball. He's lying on the floor and the break could be on here. Antonsen hits the ball well, and it's a good left-footed strike. But he carried it a long way and then had to go himself the sweep. And he pings it wide of the posts. And Westwood was again scrambling to get across to it, but Abdi lost the ball to start with. Now he's looking towards the medical staff. And that's a good ball lifted on, trying to find Forestieri. Across was Barkley. Wednesday get it back. Forestieri, lovely footwork, moves it into Wallace, who was upended, but the referee allows the advantage because Fletcher might have a sight of goal here, but he tries to take on his man. But a toe in there from Vieira angers John slightly maybe with the choice, and now we've got a bit of trouble here because Sacco's going past Bannon and he's in towards the area. He lifts it into the middle, back post, Wood off his chest, he'll hit it now and it's blocked away. A great clearance and a great block really, I have to say, from Jack Hunt, but Wednesday lost the ball. Still Leeds putting the pressure on. It's with Taylor into the middle, goes into the centre. What a catch that is, coming through a ruck of players. Westwood makes that his.
Great goalkeeping from Kieran Westwood coming out to catch that. Superb defending moments earlier from Jack Hunt.
Bannon over the top, he's looking for Kieran Lee, who's made a dart. He tried to flick it on, I'm not sure he was totally aware where Wallace or Hunt were. We've got it back here, eventually he does find Hunt, who comes forward, tries to pass it through the gap for Kieran Lee, get it back. Wallace plays it inside now for Kieran Lee, goes backwards, Forestieri out wide. Wallace along the floor, Abdi trying to twist and trying to wriggle and turn. And it's a foul. He's got another good free kick in a great position.
Got to get it over the wall. Again, it's difficult. Abdi's here.
He takes it as Abdi hits the top of the crossbar. Green was scrambling to get over to it, and it's gone over the top.
Well, Abdi might be the one now. He's just shown he's got that over the wall.
But as it is, it's a corner to defend. It's whipped in there with some pace, headed away.
I think it was Abdi.
By Abdi, as far as Vieira, goes back out wide. Mowat managing to find Sacco. Sacco's played it low, saved by Westwood. Have to get down and again scrambling to make the save by his post. It's going to be another corner. And Leeds enjoying a bit of pressure at the end of the half.
Oh, yeah.
Let's kick forward. Looking for Tom Lees to try and win that header from a Wednesday point of view. He doesn't do so, but Wednesday have cleared it away anyway, up to Fletcher. Just tries to steer it downwards, but again it's Leeds United and Vieira moving it on. And slipped into the feet of Wood, and Wood tries to get away from Hutchinson, and he might steer a shot in towards the goal. He does get a strike away, it deflects away. Tom Lees again in the way, just preventing Westwood having to be called into action. Leeds are thinking about a change as well. Might be Dakara who's going to come on. He's gone back here towards Bannon. Can he whip the cross in with some purpose? It's headed away by Cooper, headed back towards the box by Tom Lees. Maybe a high foot from Jack Hunt. He had to just pull down a little bit there as Taylor gets forward and he works it inside. He finds Wood, loads of space out wide towards Sacco. Has support as well from Ayling on the outside. It'd be a back heel to him. The fullback just touch it back towards Sacco into the middle. This is a chance, and Leeds have taken the lead. It's just a stooping header there from Antonsen, and Wednesday disappointed with that. It's the Swede who scored, Marcus Antonsen.
Well, I mean, full credit to Leeds. That was a well-worked goal.
Ball goes towards Fletcher, gets a lucky ricochet, and he gets past the defender. Fletcher looks to pull it back, and he's Hooper saved and kicked away there by the defender as it ricocheted back off Green. But Hooper, what a super chance it was for him. Not getting the crosses in early enough earlier on in this second half, particularly as Bannon just pops it out wide towards Forestieri, looking to take on the fullback. Forestieri, the goalkeeper makes a save just about. It popped back out off his chest, and Fletcher, well, we've seen those goaled up before in the past. Hooper scored a few from Tom Lees, but he recovers it to take the ball off Dakara. And here's Jones. Jones on the halfway line, lays it out wide to Forestieri. Forestieri just tries to play it in now for Fletcher. He controls it and hits it, and it's wide. Off his knee, he set himself and hooks it wide of the post. Fletcher heads it back. He was looking for Forestieri.
What more can Fletcher do than get his head to that?
No, but he was close enough to him.
What's he going to do? Bring it down from...
Here's Roof trying to take on Buckley. Still with the number 7, and he crosses it now. This is a chance for 2-0 rather. It is indeed 2-0. It was always looking like it could well open up there as Roof went down the left-hand side, and it's Wood just opening up his foot and guiding it into the bottom corner.